Let's head on to our panel discussion. This discussion is going to be personal because a lot of you I know have a lot of questions, but we need to find out and hear from the various parties and stakeholders in the house who have a mandate, every single one of them, to empower entrepreneurs. And at times we say, yeah, but they are not doing anything. Hey. Let's hear from them. Let's hear the opportunities that are there for you as township entrepreneurs. So the first panelist that I'm going to introduce onto stage, Gavaza Mohlaba, Assistant Director for Enterprise Development at the Department of Economic Development and Tourism. Please can you come onto stage, Gavaza Mohlaba. All right, our second panelist is Koketso Masuku, Business Advisory at Mpumalanga Economic Growth Agency. Please can you put our hands together for Koketso as she comes on stage. Welcome, Koketso. Then we've got Jabulile Shongwe, Branch Manager at the National Youth Development Agency, NYDA. Jabulile, please can you come onto stage? Please come onto stage, Mama. Fortunate Mona, Information Officer at Small Enterprise Development and Finance Agency. Please can you come onto stage? Fortunate, cala simshayela izandla naye. All right, ladies and ladies. Thank you so much to every single one of you for joining us. I'm going to start with you, Fortunate. We've got two mics, so I'll ask that we pass the mic. Yeah, we'll just share the mic. So just for the first 2 minutes to introduce yourself, who you are, your agency, and what is it that you do to the audience. Over to you. Then we'll get into the questions.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Can you hear at the back?
Hello? Okay. Thank you so much. My name is Fortunate Mona. I'm the Information Officer for SEDFA, Small Enterprise Development and Finance Agency, based at the Nhlanzeni branch, which is in Bombela, next to Home Affairs, 16 Prana Street, by Water Building. I'm the spokesperson for the branch. I'm here to put the fire of our offerings, what SEDFA support small business, micro and small.
The mic. Can we please continue? All right, let's try this one. Sabotage. Evans, can you please come and assist us? We'll get it right. So let's try this one. 1, 2. This one. Manje mangimnika le mina ngizokhuluma ngani. Now amanye ama mic le yami le. Na yinye mic. Phone nix ngale mic. We'll get it right. 1, 2. Testing mic. What? Okay, for now. I'll be comfortable now. But let's take this one. Let me just pass it along. 2 minutes or you are accepted.
Thank you so much. Sabotage Avandla. Thank you, Putisbu. Well, as I was saying, we are based at 16 Branda Street by Water Building, next to Home Affairs. What I do, I'm the Information Officer for SEDFA. I preach the gospel of our services to small and micro businesses. We support financially and non-financially. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Jabulile Shongwe from the National Youth Development Agency. I'm responsible for Nhlanzeni as a district. Our office is in Nelspruit at 5th floor at Absa Square. At the NYDA, we assist young people. I know there's a confusion with NYDA because it's like we're just a funding institution. We are a youth development institution where holistically we are looking at addressing challenges that young people are having in the country. Our role is to ensure that we collaborate with stakeholders and make sure that we assist these young people in all their various aspects of life. Whether is it social and economic development, we must be there to assist these young people. You can reach us at Absa Square, but we do also have other offices in the province, in Hartsibande, in Kangala, and in Bushbuckridge. Thank you.
Sanmanani, Nijani, Pilanami, Kamalam, Koketso, Masuku. I'm from the Mpumalanga Economic Growth Agency, an entity of the the Department of Economic Development and Tourism. We are the agency that's responsible for fostering economic growth in the Mpumalanga province, and we offer financial and non-financial support to businesses and individuals in the province. I am a business advisor at Mega, so what I do is I guide you through applications, I guide you through getting financial and non-financial support from the entity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absheni. Minjani. Okay, my name is Gavaza Mohlaba. I'm from the Department of Economic Development and Tourism. It's a provincial department. The department is very huge. If I have to explain it, then it means you'll have to give me 40 minutes that you promised me to do the presentation. But to cut that short, the department has got agencies. Hence my sister here, she said she's coming from Mega, which is one of the agency of the department. And within the department, we have programs. I'm from Program 2, Enterprise Development Unit. I'm responsible for the registration of companies or SMME as a whole and cooperatives. We support cooperatives and SMME through financial support and non-financial support. But as you ask questions, I'm sure that is where we are going to unpack our services as what we do in the department. Thank you.
1, 2. Thank you very much. The 40 minutes that you were promised, it's coming. The 20 minutes coming, relax. The purpose of the session is just to lay the foundation so that people know what is it that you do, and then you'll still have that time. It is coming. All right, let me move to you, fortunate township entrepreneurs. They're sitting here, and a lot of them are asking themselves, let me rather take it from this angle, because you've got the information, you're an information officer, and you have these entrepreneurs that come to you and they are looking for funding. From your experience, what are some of the mistakes that township entrepreneurs that are making, that are stopping them from getting the funding that you have for them? Because you do. What are some of those mistakes so that they don't make the very same mistakes when they come to you? And that's the question that I'll pose to the panel.
Thank you so much, Potisbo. For one, our entrepreneurs fail to formalize their companies or their businesses. Most of the funding that comes from entities like SEDFA, SEDFA being an agency of the Department for Small Business and Development, we require that a business must be registered. That's where SEDFA comes in. We assist with formalization within the branches that we have. We have 5 branches within Mpumalanga. We have Hartsibande, Witbank, Komazi Bush, as well as Mbombela office, which is called Nhlanzeni. That's where each office does provide the services. We formalize our businesses. That's where we facilitate. You're the one liable. As an entrepreneur, you're the one liable to pay CIPC, but we facilitate to ensure that you have inputted the correct information. Most of the funding programs that we have, they require that the business must be formalized. And that's where we are failing. We had a program of WRCTA, it only had 2 requirements, company registration and an ID. He needed to be a South African. And most of our small businesses that are operating as spaza shops, they don't have that. Even a neighbor of ours, I approached a neighbor to say, can you please apply for this funding? It comes with a training, and then it comes with a trading stock, but he couldn't get it through. Sure. So he lost out, basically. Yeah.
Thank you. So, formalizing of businesses, right? And once you formalize, make sure that you continue to pay. Otherwise, you get deregistered, right? Thank you for sharing. Mama?
Okay, thank you so much. Is it the same question?
Same question. Yeah.
All right. At the agency, I would say one of the biggest challenges is not just registrations, it's all the compliance documents. Because if you have to fund a young person, then they will have to run around and make sure that they get all the documents that are required. Over and above than registering the business, they will have to open also a business account. They will have to go get quotations, relevant letters from wherever they are getting the quotations. So sometimes, they would just get demoralized in the process. Because it's not a one-shot thing that you'll come today and then we are able to assist you today. You'll have to be patient. It's a process that will have to take you through. But one of the biggest, over and above the compliance document, is their credit record. Yeah. Because we do check the credit record, and the credit record is not good. You will find that one person has got accounts with all the clothing shops, and they are not paying any. And yeah, that is not a deal breaker, but a deal breaker is that we would want you also to commit to say, I'm going to pay for my accounts. That's financial responsibility. That we would require that you go, you make arrangements with your fund, with your financial institutions, and make sure that you pay. Sometimes they will run away. They will never come back. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just out of curiosity, just an honest question. How many of you have got a business bank account? We're here to help, right? How many of you need to open a business bank account? You're running a business. We're here to help you. Don't be shy. I mean, when we started off as well, everything was coming into the personal. All right, I do encourage those of you who need to open a business bank account to do so urgently. Netbank is there as well to assist you so that you don't miss out on opportunities, because you can't be mixing business with personal. Are we together? Then we're going to do another workshop where they're finding that they're looking at your business and then your business is showing the company that starts with a T on a Saturday. But we'll have that discussion.
Okay, so I would say the challenge that I have with entrepreneurs is keeping financial records of their businesses. Most entrepreneurs tend to work from hand to mouth in a situation where, I'll make an example with Put Vincent. He sells 5 pizzas today, and then after the sales, there's no banking that's happening. He'll take that money, so now it's hard, it's difficult for us as funders or financiers to measure like how much is the business making, and whether are you making a profit, are you making a loss, when are you breaking even, etc. So I would encourage our entrepreneurs, whatever little money that you make, or maybe have a banking day, or like once a month saying this is my banking day, or once a week this is my banking day, where you deposit all the money that the business head has made, then transact from that business account. Your expenses, when you go buy, when you pay for operational cost, transact through the business account so that you know what your operational costs are, you know all the costs that are implicated in your businesses. So they make that mistake of just using the money without keeping it in the banking and keeping track record of how much they make. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. One of the biggest challenges, again, that I see SMMEs and cooperative, it's capacity building. I know as government, it is our responsibility to capacitate you, but you must be willing to learn. You must be ready to learn, You can have a brilliant idea, but if you're not knowledgeable or you don't admit mistakes and take advice, you're not going to improve your business. So when a client arrives in our office, we provide business advice. As much as you can give us your business idea, but we'll provide business advice. They don't like to be discouraged, or they don't like you seeing their idea somehow. And we are going to refer you to institutions where they are going to provide trainings. Please be willing and be ready to learn, because you are going to undergo that training maybe for 3 weeks or 3 days. And once you start to talk about that, they get discouraged because they're thinking that when they come to the department, we have money readily waiting for them to be funded. You cannot be funded without you having complied governance, knowledge on governance, at the same time record keeping. So those are the things that we look at them when we assist SMMEs and cooperatives.
Thank you very much. A round of applause to our panelists. I do hope that you are writing down your questions, because later on in the program, you'll then have an opportunity to ask our panelists the questions that you have. We don't want you to leave here and you still have the same struggles that you came with. Then what's the point? Are we together? So please make sure that you've got those questions down. We're not going to get through all of them, but we'll get through most of them. And pretty much the foundation and the purpose of the session is so that people have information on what is it that you do. Because, I mean, when I sit down with the entrepreneurs that I spend time with, but they're like, yeah, the NYDA, but like, yeah, they're not doing enough, yeah. But you see, they're in the Mali, why ain't sniggy Mali, etc., etc. So the reason why I asked that question is so that we don't make the same mistakes. I move on to my next question around the opportunities that are there for the entrepreneurs that are sitting in the room today. What are they, and how do they access them? I'll start with you, Fortune.
Okay, thank you, Potisbu. SEDFA, nationwide, countrywide, it provides non-financial support in the form of trainings and product testing, grant funding. Some of the grants might not be financed in your pocket, but it might be equipment to improve your business, right? So what you need as an entrepreneur, whether you are fresh from school or you are not employed, you haven't been to tertiary or anything, please come through to our branches, register as a client. That's where, after registering as a client, we'll conduct a formal assessment using our reporting tool. After we've assessed you, we then put you into trainings. We're not saying while you are in training, you can't apply for funding. You can do them parallel, right? It doesn't stop you from applying for funding, but you need to make sure that you meet all the criteria. The criteria is if you are applying for a job, before you apply for a job, you go and check what are the requirements. It's the same with the funding as well. Please try and meet all of them, not just some of them, because that gets you disqualified, right? But SEDFA branches are there to help you or assist you in getting all this necessary documentation that is required for funding. Yes. So we're there to assist you. We do provide business plan training, and not only that, we further appoint a service provider who's going to do a business plan for you, a final business plan. Business plans are costly. They cost from 5,000 to 10,000 to 20,000, depending on the nature of business, right? But we are there to assist you. All our services are free of charge. We're a state entity, so non-financial requirements from you to input to SEDFA for you to get that service.
All right.
Yeah.
Free, eh? Like it's free? Yeah. Mahala, like free? Okay. You have to check this. Can you please get the mic? So can you please share with the audience a website, a number, if they would like to get more information on what you've just shared with them?
Okay. Please follow us on all social media platforms. We're available on Instagram, Facebook, and all other variety of social media. We also have a website, www, how many W's did I mention? Okay, yeah, www.SEDFA underscore DSPD, right? Yeah. Wait, no. Can I go back?
Yeah, sure.
Can you scratch that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, scratch.
It's SEDFA, SEDFA underscore DSBT on all social media platforms, and then www.sedfa.org.za. Thank you.
Thank you. Did you get it? Ngicela uyiphinde futhi. Siswami.
Okay. SEDFA, SEDFA underscore DSBT.
Sorry. For those who don't know what an underscroll is.
Dash lo pants.
Thank you.
Ayithi kuno dash lo semkhathini. Then kuno dash lo pants.
Yes,
right?
thank you.
So it's SEDFA, SEDFA underscore DSBT on all social media platforms. www.sedfa.org.za.
www.sedfa.org.za. You can also look at the screen. Please do take a photo. This is important. You can take a photo, take down the website, take down the contact details so that you have a point of access should you have questions. That's why we've brought the various stakeholders here today. And I do hope that you're writing down your questions. As I said, at the end, before we announce the winner, you'll have an opportunity to ask those questions. Over to you, Mama.
Oh, okay. Programs of the NYDA that I would focus on today is those of economic development, because we are talking entrepreneurship. How we do it is that we would provide the training before we can assist the young person with the grant application. So we do an assessment. The assessment would determine whether you are ready or you are not ready in terms of the compliance documents. And the training differ. There's the idea generation training, there's start your business training, and then there's improve your business training. And the days in which we train, they are different. For the generation idea is 3 days. For the start your business is 5 days, and the grow is 5 days. Good start your business, we would also expect a young person to pitch their idea to the fellow other participants who are there for the training, at the end of the training, so that they get ready for pitching. And then you will start. You can also do parallel, because at the end, the certificate will make you to qualify as part of the requirements to apply for the grant funding. The grant funding, we also do survivalist types of businesses where we do not require a young person to have that business registration, like the CK document, because it's a survivalist, where a young person needs 10,000 rand, tops, and then we can fund you without you having a business plan. We would just tell you the requirements that you must have a business account, your own personal business account, go do the training, and then go do quotations, verification of banking of the supplier, and then CVN qualifications, so that we see what you can do, and you should have undergone the training, then we can fund you. Whether you want to mow lawns, ekasi, whether smaller types of businesses, that's the survivalist types, it's up to 10,000 rand. And then from 10,000 to 50,000, we would fund those businesses that have already registered. But we don't expect them also to have business plans, because we understand it's not that much of a huge amount. We've developed a template, a business plan template, where we gather the information from the young person so that we assist in terms of developing a mini business plan for them. And then we would fund them up to 50,000. The requirements are still the same. The difference here is that you would have registered the business, and it has a business account and all the other requirements that I've mentioned. And then the third threshold, where if you fund on the third threshold, you must have a business plan. Now, an actual business plan that Sis was talking about here, that has been developed by a proper business development expert, so that at least we are sure that the investment is safe for the third threshold. So it goes up to 100,000. And then we can be able to fund you. That's the only difference, that you need the proper business plan. But we also do business development support, where we can also develop the business plan for you internally at the NYDA for free. All the services are free. We can develop the business plan for you through the voucher program. We call it the voucher program, where as a young person, you just bring the company registration document, a company profile, a proof of residence, and then your ID. And then we do the business support part for the business plans. So there are also products there. It's not just the business plan, business feasibility, the tools that she was talking about in terms of recording, financial management, policies, and even systems we can develop for you through the business advisory service. And then from there, we link you with a mentor who can guide you in terms of now the actual running of the business. But our mentorship is volunteer, and we are also using the service providers that we've hired for the voucher program. So they would assist these young people in terms of guidance and coaching in terms of the mentorship. So we expect you, once we fund you, for 2 years, you are in an incubation of the NYDA, because we're supposed to check, post, if you receive your material after we fund you, and then we also do aftercare, 6 months apart. Every time 6 months apart, we make sure that the business is sustainable, so that in case you've got challenges, we're able to support you as well, and refer you in case we need to refer you to either Omega or a department for further support. Thank you.
Thank you. 1, 2. Thank you.
Okay, as Mega, the funding division, we have 3 financial products, and then we also have 9 financial products. So for the financial products, we offer bridging finance. The bridging finance is your contract finance. For example, you have a contract with a certain institution or department, and you don't have the financial needs to fulfill that contract, or what most people call purchase orders. We help you with fulfilling that contract or that order at a low interest rate of 5%. I would like to mention that all of our products at Mega are currently loans, but we are here for the missing middle, so our interest rates are all low. Our bridging finance interest rate is 5%. That is for your contract funding and your bridging finance funding. And then we have term loans or asset funding for the businesses that require equipment, vehicles, and machinery, but do not have the funds to purchase such items. We offer that service. We buy the items for you, and then we pay the suppliers directly, and they deliver to you. The interest rate for that is dependent on the businesses, so it's usually the prime rate minus 2% for businesses that have a high developmental impact. For businesses that have an average developmental impact, we charge them the prime rate, and for businesses that have a low developmental impact, we charge them the interest rate of prime plus 2%. Our other product is working capital. As Gabriela mentioned, that sometimes businesses struggle to make to pay for salaries or pay for operational cost. So Mega is here to assist you with the same interest rate policy of either prime minus 2, prime rate, or prime plus 2%. So if your business is struggling to pay for salaries, or you're struggling to make payments for all your operational costs, Mega is there for you. We also have an interesting product, because we also believe that our entrepreneurs should also be homeowners. We have a home loans product, and it's 10% throughout. So regardless of your credit score, I know you would visit banks and one person will be charged 22% and the other will be charged 10%. But with Mega, if you meet our funding criteria, we all charge 10% throughout. So if you are interested in purchasing a house in the Mpumalanga province, you can visit Mega. And then we also offer non-financial support. Our non-financial support has pre-investment. So before we invest in your business, you are more than welcome to visit the institution to speak to one of the advisors who will help you with completing the application form, compiling all the relevant documentations. And then we have a post-investment support. Post-investment support is where you are given a mentor or a business advisor who guides you throughout, who conducts site visits to check what the business is struggling with. And when the business struggles, we don't just let you go. We help you also with restructuring. As I mentioned, that our products are all loans, so we do help you with loan restructurings, because we understand that businesses do not make money all the time. So if you are interested in any of our products, you are welcome to visit the website, which is www.mega.gov.za, or you can send an email, info@mega.gov.za. Our telephone line is 013-492-5818. So you're welcome to send all your inquiries. We also have our amazing marketing team outside. If you have any questions that are not answered here, you are welcome to visit their stalls. Thank you.
Thank you. Where's that guy where's the pizza guy? Salaries. Mega is here for you. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you again. Like I said before, the Department of Economic Development is a provincial department, and it oversees the agencies. The first agency, which is MEGA. So we are funding. When I say we provide financial support through our implementing agency, which is MEGA, right? Because so many people, they come to our department, and when you refer them to MEGA, they feel like you are referring them to a different agency or entity. It's our baby. It's the department's baby. The second agency is Mpumalanga Tourism Parks Agency, which is responsible for tourism growth. So those SMMEs who are in tourism, when they come to the department, we'll send them to MTPA for assistance. The other agency that we have as a department is Mpumalanga Economic Regulator, MER. Those who have establishment such as this one that sells alcohol, you're looking for licensing and gambling, then we'll send you to them for assistance. We've got Mpumalanga Green Cluster Agency for SMME that are under green economy. Waste management, we send you to them for assistance. So those are the department's implementing agency. But what do we have again inside the department? Like I said, we do have a program, enterprise development unit. What do? They also provide non-financial support in terms of seminar awareness, SMME and awareness. We conduct seminars in the whole province. We also conduct trainings. Then there's also a little part of financing, financial support, and I will tell you how it works. Financial support, we do have a budget in the department. For instance, this financial year, we have been given 3 million. Yeah, now we have been given 3 million to support township economy businesses. What are those? 1, saloons. 2, car washes. 3, spaza shops. How do we find them? Or what is the criteria? The department engage with the stakeholders. Number 1, which is SEDFA, and the municipality. They give us a list of SMMEs or awaiting SMMEs that needs assistance in terms of tool of trade. So we do buy them equipment. So that money, we purchase equipment for them. I can say in Bombela, we have already brought equipment for car washes. In Nkomazi, we have purchased equipment for spaza shops, and so on and so on. So we try by all means to cover the whole province, but you don't apply to the department. You have to be a beneficiary either of NYDA, MEGA, or SEDFA. Because we go to them and say, please give us a list of those ones who need to kickstart their business, equipment to start their businesses. So that's how it works in the department. Yeah.
All right, can I add on the department? Because we also have a fund that we have partnered together with the department. It's open now for everyone to apply. We call it the Mpumalanga Tourism Youth Fund for businesses which are in tourism. I've heard here that there are people who are into hospitality and food services. So you also do qualify. It's closing on the 30th of September. It's still open. But at the NYDA, remember, we are using the system. You can also go to www.nyda.gov.za, and then you will see there's a ERP portal. It's erp.portal.co.za, and then you go there, and then you register yourself as a young person, and then you can apply. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's give our panelists a round of applause. Thank you very much to our panelists. So there is a link amongst all the stakeholders that are here. And thank you very much for the enlightenment, because we go straight to the department. We want to talk to the department. Department says, come and talk to Mega. Go and talk to SEDA, because these are the people that we work with, right? Right? So we're going to wrap it up now. As 3 questions from the floor, I'm being told. Does anybody have questions? Yes, 1, 2, I've seen the first 2 hands. 3, 4, 5. Please, can we get the mic to the gentleman at the back?
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Penwa Silinda. My question goes to NYDA and Mega. The first question that I would like to ask to NYDA is, what is the reason maybe, for example, I myself, I applied to NYDA to be assisted, and I once received an email for pre-assessment. I submitted all my documents. I believe I'm complying, but however, I didn't get a response. And even when I'm doing follow-up over and over, I never got a response. What could be a reason for that? And is there any possible way, because just to cancel maybe the pre-assessment and reapply again? Because maybe I believe that maybe by that time you guys were too busy not to look for the emails. And secondly, while I arrived at NYDA, they told me that they didn't receive the emails, and I had the proof that I sent them the emails and all the documents of my application. And then my question to Mega, let's assume I took a loan with you guys. Let's say I want to purchase maybe a vehicle for our operation. I want to ask in terms of your percentage rate, how much are they, and what's the term, or how long does it take for us to cover your loan? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that, my brother. Thank you for the questions. I'm going to humbly ask Yankela, please can we just keep it to 1 question, which is then going to allow us to give more people an opportunity to ask. I will hand over to our panelists. You want my mic? Okay.
All right, thank you so much. So for the pre-assessment, how it works is that a business advisor calls you after uhlelela phaku pre-assessment to do a pitch and polish with yourself. One of the challenges that we are facing is that we moved from Telkom to Vodacom. And you know Vodacom is associated with adverts and. So yeah, we are having trouble. When they call you, you see an 087 number. Some of the clients, they've even blocked the number. Other people, you'll have to call them with your cell phone to say, hey, please answer, it's me at NYDA, so that they can answer. Yeah, one of the challenges that we found out is that, and maybe please see me also after this session so that we can take it forward, because usually it's one of the business advisors maybe who has not processed that application for one reason or the other, and maybe failed to communicate. So we can take it outside of here. Thank you.
Okay, in terms of our term and asset loans for vehicles, as I mentioned that we use an impact matrix to calculate your interest rates. So if you are a youth-owned business, black-owned business, you are in a rural area, the chances are that your interest rate will be the prime rate minus 2. What is the current prime rate? It's 10.75 if I'm not mistaken. So your interest rate will be around your 8%, between 8% and 9% for that finance. So for term and asset loans, we give you up to 15 years to make repayment of that loan. So it's up to you and the business advisor when you do your financials, and then we calculate, because we don't want to leave you as a business owner with nothing. So we're gonna sit down with your financials and see how much money goes to your operational cost, how much money goes to your working capitals and so forth. And then from that profit, we will calculate how much money you will be able to pay Mega back and the period in which you will be able to make the repayments. Thank you.
Thank you. My brother at the back, on there, behind you. Yeah, the gentleman here that's wearing the kepis.
Good morning, billionaires. My name is Thapelo Ngwenya. I'm a young professional entrepreneur, and my company is RGB Vision Visual Studios, Branding and Marketing. So my question to the panel is regarding the challenge between holding companies. So I know from here that there are many entrepreneurs that are trading as holding companies. But then now the challenge is that there is no information that talks about how do you position a holdings company when you go to the internet and you Google about this thing. So we're just operating as a holdings company. Then now the challenge comes to the access to positioning that holding company to gain access to finance. How does one position that company to gain access to funding for it? Because you'd find that, for example, let's name it Mzansi Holdings. Mzansi Holdings does media, it does food, it does transport, and now you want to apply for funding. How does one position themselves with documentation for that? Thank you.
Just for clarity, my brother, for our panelists. So the holding company, it's called like Vision Holdings. And then Vision Holdings has got different companies under Vision Holdings. But penultimately, Vision Holdings is the one that controls all the other companies. You are calling it holdings because it's holding. I want to, it's holding the ones that are, okay. So the question is around how do you then take this holdings company, or rather position it so that it gets funding? Just clarity, we need to make sure that your question is answered.
Yes, how do you document it so that it can be positioned to be able to get funding for that specific entity that needs the funding? For example, the logistics part.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Experts, over to you.
Okay. Hi, Putwam. What I know SEDFA does, you need to select one business. You need to select one business that you want assistance on. We cannot fund you or assist you in multiple businesses within your holding company. Can you please select one? If your holding company has a media company and then it's got a catering company and you want to be a business developed under catering, that's what SEDA is going to assist you with, not holding company with various sectors of business. So we're going to assist you, register you, assess you, and develop you according to that one particular business that you have chosen that you needed assistance on. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think that is how it works. We want you to focus on one sector which we can support you on. It becomes difficult for you to come, but you are having various holding companies. Maybe now you are looking for assets for all these holding companies. It becomes difficult. So you choose one, and then we focus. We'll be able to assist you on that one with all the necessary documentation. And you know, one of the challenges, even go CSD, when they are looking for also tenders, that's why you don't get chosen, because you are, most of them, they are trading in all aspects. if you trade in all aspects, your opportunities gets limited. Thank you so much.
Okay, I would also like to concur with my colleagues. When you apply at Mega, for example, you need to be need specific. So you cannot say I have a logistics catering and a transport company, they all need financing. Like be specific, I have a logistics company, we need assistance with acquiring a tipper truck and so forth, then we'll finance you on that regard. But we cannot finance you for a tipper truck today and then tomorrow you come borrow money for pots. So just be need specific to the type of business that you want to focus on.
To add, the company that registers companies is CIPC. So if you need more information on as to how to register holding companies and so on, please visit their website. And then you Google and then you get information as to how to register. But when you want funding, it's obvious. You need to be specific as to what you want. Focus in one area.
It's a very good question that you raised, because there's a location Petikawash, Saiti no Paisi Kaulo, Ngapu Washamateki, Ngapu Paisin Tsepo. So you're trying out, and I've been told that what you need to do is you need to register the holding company on its own, and then the subdivisions, whether it's a logistics, it's a catering, it's food, whatever it is, they need to be registered individually as well, because then it also makes sense from CIPC and also banking, because if now you are being paid for logistics into the whole, how are you going to be able to track Uguti le mali ntleke ya yini? Understand? But also from a branding perspective, they can have one logo. Then you can break it down under. Is that helpful, my brother? Sure. Futhi wena bonakala ngathi lama holdings type nje. Awuthaseka sepushayo nje. Yes, the mic is with the. Thank you.
Thanks for the opportunity. My name is Wanda Nkosi. I don't know how to phrase it, but I don't want to be sounding like I'm despondent. But I have this interest. I think that Mohlaba raised the point that you must be willing to learn. From 2017, when I came back to Mpumalanga, I became a client of SEDFA at that time. Up until today, I went to training, but I've never managed to get any assistance. But this is how I would like you to help me to get your contact details. Thanks with the Mega, even though the information that I gained from them, I'm not yet ready to offer the service. But at least there's that communication that if you want to offer this service, especially in export, these are the opportunities. But when you come to the department and other, there is this hide and seek. Some of this information is sensitive just to throw it here. But I will request that the willingness to learn when it's available, let's match it with the willingness to offer the service. Because I cannot come and say, I'm willing to learn, but you're on the other side, you want Ichocho, or you want someone to say, no, it must be my business, and I cannot get that assistance. Let us work together. If there is a further communication that you need to do directly, I will appreciate to submit what I will want to do and the services that I will need. But partly, may you please also speak about the sectors that you don't offer at the same time, at the current moment, but they are more important in economic development. Let me just to highlight a picture. Pigar is #1 source of meat in the whole world, but we don't have farmers in Mpumalanga that are offering pigar. When I have clients in other provinces and people that are able to say, no, we'll help you when you deal with the issue of environmental impact assessment. But when you come home, there's that challenge to say, how do I get the environmental impact assessment so that I can be able to offer that loan? Poultry, yes, it's nice, but when you look at the figures, you see that the figure is where we need to go to, or the other sectors. But how do we then work together in order for us to get that assistance? I'll appreciate if we can communicate maybe on this platform. Thanks.
Thank you. So it seems as though that question or inquiries needs to sit down. You've shared the contact details. Our panelists are still here, so you will be offered that opportunity. But I think your thing is, your question or your inquiry rather, is really just around partnership and working together, especially what you've mentioned. And there's more information which they have, which I think they will disclose when you are with them. Right. I'm going to hand over to, yes, this lady.
Good day, everyone, and the panel. My name is Anika. I'm a founder of Ngwane Clothing and Projects. We manufacture graduation regalias. So I had a training with NYDA in 2023. I applied for the funding in 2024, and now I'm 35. I got a response that I don't qualify because of age. But I'm still 35. And I must say that the training was very productive and educational. So I obtained the SYP and BMT certificates. I met all the criteria, but now I don't qualify.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, you know, in technology, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. The system grant has been structured in such a way yokuthi because by the age of 35 vele fanele ube so funded, yabo. So ungafika kule system so 35 already vele it kicks you out. So the requirement yethu ye grant nje is 34 years 9 months, so that at least the 3 months we are processing. When you turn 35, because the system will kick you out, you know, so it doesn't kick you out. But we can refer you. We can refer you to other institutions which can support you as well. It's not all lost and doom. We can refer you to SEDFA. We can refer you to other funding institutions. Thank you.
What do you say, 34?
9 months.
34 9 months.
Okay, can I add on that? I heard you, Sisi, it's SEDFA, itata iskhathi, ne? Yes, the turnaround time is rather long, and it's because of procurement. Kuningi esihlabezana nago when we have to procure, ne? Can you allow me to speak? Okay. Usisi, now that she's 35, she can come through to SEDFA so that sikhone ukumnceda athole funding. We have variety of funding opportunities. I'm sorry I didn't mention before. We have grant funding as well as blended finance. Our grant fund varies from a asset assist funding, that is funding 250,000. Yeah. And then we have a cooperative support fund that funds from 1.5 million to 2.5 million. Sayati co-op it's made out of 5 people and more, and they need to have registered a cooperative, right? It's got criteria, guys. Criteria yona I see into guti ungayithathela phasi ne. And abanye bazofika bathi we've been applying but we've never received anything. And then can I also mention the last one, blended finance. Leyo funding evulekile ungaya namande you apply provided that you meet all the requirements. It's called TRAP. It's a blended finance. Half of it is a loan, the other half is a grant. In a criteria code, and now you get to apply for TRAP online. But please visit our branch so that you can go guide on it. Ama SMMEA too, they fail to meet a requirement. Putwam. Guti bakone ukufandeka. But he granting 250,000 umuntu apply for 260,000. That's a disqualification. That's number 1, right? Ati apply wa approve wa totally funding wapindwa apply futhi the next financial year. That's another disqualification. Cause kunikwa abanye chance angithi. Yes. And then ati approve njalo akotile something that is discontinued. Right? then ikufuna siqale iphasi process ahamba ofuna i-quotation where the product is being produced continuously. Then athi a-applyile umuntu a-quote from umngani wakhe othengisa ishin, right? You need to quote from a reputable service provider, local service provider, where we'll be able to do a benchmark quotation with your application. You understand? So kuningi, but we try. And then but banpangaka approvanga, but disqualifyiwe, but ama feedback to say, unfortunately, you haven't made it. Though even now, it takes time to get to the people. Procurement iningi, and we have variety of programs. We don't only handle one. As we speak, we're still at 90% in dispersing asset assist 2023-24 financial year because of our challenges is now. My challenge is oguti, it's entrepreneurs who made them for us, right? Siyabafonela sithi sicela quotation because you have quoted a shin and then umuntu angezi. Yabo? Then basuke bahambe bathi bos reporta kuma radio thina sidla imali yabo. Yayibona? Yeah. So abantu abatholakali, they're not there to respond, but they're there to highlight ukuthi thine we take time. But I'm just mentioning just a few of these challenges that I've picked up. I don't deal with this application. I'm an information officer. I go around preach the gospel. But the people sitting in the office who are doing these applications, I'm a business advisors, ban phonela and respondi on time. Naibon? So it delays the process. But I'm just mentioning the few. There's a whole lot of lists that I can mention in as entrepreneurs, because you apply, but you don't comply again. When you are being called to the office, please respond. This is the matter we've come across. Please, this is, so, guning putwam. But Usisi can come through. You're welcome to come through on Monday. Ubuye uzo assistwa. Thank you.
Anybody else here over 35? Or who's 34 and 34 and 8 months? Because of time, we have to move to another part of the program. I'm going to humbly ask our panelists are still here. You're not going anywhere. That's not a it's an ask. Because there's so many other, as I said, I don't want you to come, have questions, and leave with those questions. Ask the questions that you have. They've committed that they're still here with us. So that you can have a one-on-one with them. Because some of you, you're going to ask a question, they're going to respond. Then you've got a question on top of that, then they're going to respond. Then it's a dialogue, which is not what we want. So, my brother, you're going to ask the question. Sister, you're going to ask the question. We're going to take 3 questions very quickly. And all questions. I'll check. Hotman, kubon. One discourage. We're going to get to you. So we've got the question. We've got the question. We've got the question. 3, 4. Done. Questions, all 4. And then panelists, we shoot. Right? Name, question, then we're done.
Ngiyanibingelela nonke. Libito lami ngingumvelo sibonga ngakunene. Ngingumsunguli we company libito uthi Master of all masters tutoring. So umbuto wami uthi umuntu lokuthi entrepreneur lo ne company lethide but kutholakala ukuthi akana timphepha tekutalo. Lo muntu lo yakukhona yini indlela la ngasitakala ngayo in terms ukuthi angakhona grow business yakhe or tindva letinjalo, because it is a big challenge ngoba noma ngathi wenda imali akakhona ukuthi angafaka imali yakhe ebank ayikhulise leyo business kanti nayo futhi akakhona ukuthi angachubekela phambili ngempilo. So ngicela kubuta ukuthi kulendzawo leyo kusitakala kanjani.
Good day, everyone. My name is Lerato Sitole. I'm a farmer. I wanted to ask from NYDA. I once applied then. By then, it was a startup business. So they offered me 50,000, and it was too small. I rejected it with my own reason, because I'm looking for 200 and something thousand, not 50,000. So I'm meeting all the criteria. So they said my application, they will send it to Joburg. I don't know.
Attention, please.
It
Sorry,
was
sorry,
then.
Master, sorry. Please, can we keep it down so we can hear the question? Thank you.
So they said they will take my application to Johannesburg, so they will come back. Ever since then, I went back then and requesting for any update, because I'm a farmer and I'm looking for 200 and something thousand, not 50,000. I'm still also interested in that 200 and something thousand. Thank you.
Thank you. It's the first time I've ever heard that. Ever. Like 9 workshops, and even last year. But you've raised a very, but I mean, if you want, yes, sir. After you, we'll go to Hotman at the back, and then we're done. Sharp, then we wrap.
Hi, I just wanted, I just wanted the various entities to clarify, because I'm sure they've got priority areas. I heard NYDA mention that they've got money for salons and small businesses. I'm sure they've got priority businesses that they receive at the beginning of the year to say, this year, XYZ is what we are concentrating on. Is it possible for them to tell us that? Because, you know, there's 20,000 types of businesses in here. And if it's not part of the priority areas, I'm sorry to say, it's just look at it and we shove it at the bottom of the pile. So they can help us by just giving us this little bit of information so that we don't keep going when, you know, I'm a tracker, but it's not part of the priorities. Thanks.
Thank you. The last one. Thank you.
Sorry.
All right.
Sanboran, my name is Desmond. First and foremost, I'd like to ask Mega, with the funding that you spoke about, your loan, the one equipment, if in this current financial year, do you have a budget for it? Because Mega is well known for not having a budget even before the financial year starts. So that we don't waste our time to go there and apply for it. And then to our ASD, I got DEDT. No questions, just a comment to say, sicela ukuthi nawo executive uzame ukutshela ukuthi izame ukunhlanganisela imali yokuthi nibe ne-system that is able to work outside of home affairs when it comes to ukuvula ama-business. Because abakase-PC at your offices, wow, long. After 9 a.m., there's no network, no, young people can't open businesses. Every day. In home affairs, your offices are closed. So try and assist us in that regard. And then to NYDA, Stella Guti is a youth development agency. Need to elaborate about youth development. Young people from La Ekas, Township, can't always be going to a drop-in to and fro. You guys can have a satellite office, simple is satellite office and National Youth Development Agency if you are serious and deliberate about youth development. There are good in this satellite office in the township. And then to the last panelist, the presentation does not inspire confidence. Now, if you are going to tell us about our non-compliance, but you have a mandate to assist non-financial, does not assist. You can't come and tell us about non-compliance, but you are mandated to offer non-financial support, which is to assist us with business compliance. So that means you guys allow us to apply, and then at a later stage you are disqualified. But you guys have a mandate to ensure that our application at least meets the minimum requirements. Good in the phase and is disqualified. So thank you very much.
Panelists, I've been told through the ear that I only have 3 minutes left because I need to move on and time is not on our side. So I'm going to give each and every single one of you a minute to address what may have been addressed, because all of you, it seems as though it's not, fighting is not going to get us anywhere. But we really need to express how we feel in a certain way that we get the answers that we want. That's the ultimate point, right? So panelists, each of you a minute, 3 minutes. We're done. I introduce the next speaker. I'll start with you, Fortunate on my left, your minute.
Okay. Can I just comment on Uputi Lotigune business and undocumented? Unfortunately, Putom, you have to go to Home Affairs and get yourself documented. Our systems work with ID numbers. That's the only thing. And if you're non-South African, unfortunately, we can't ask. Hello? If you're, hello? Nyangis? Oh, okay. If you're non-South African, unfortunately, we cannot assist you. They prioritize South Africans. Ne? And then the priority sectors, as my brother has mentioned, we don't, as a government entity, we don't support any business under alcohol, ammunition, and cigarette, but any other sector is welcome to come and get assistance. Tina, we have targets within the office we have to meet. We have targets in all variety of sectors. We need to have artisans, we need to have salons, retails, we have even a spaza shop fund. So we have target for such businesses, local, rural businesses. All businesses are welcome. We have targets for that every year. It's not per year which priority we focus on, no. All sectors are welcome to apply. We have targets for all sectors throughout the year. And then, okay, Uput, when non-compliance, the last question. Unfortunately, Putwam, like it's not a thing you bring an application to Fortunate Lape office in. The program in a channel yakona to apply ganjan. And a adjudication committees that go through those applications. So utolagala ukanselega from the beginning. It's not good to application yako itela embombela. The last asset assist was advertised to be applied for online, and that online then distributes to our national office. National office doesn't know you, right? So there's a panelist that goes through all the application and screens them and verify everything that you've attached. So if you don't meet as per your application, and they won't come back to you to say, Jongoba if funding in 250 when you apply 260, utokona kuingeta na abagwadi, they won't ask you, back eliminate right there and there. So let's try and make sure we meet the requirements within the program and sifage onke ma attachments so that we are able to get approved this tole funding. I hope I've answered your question. Next.
Okay, thank you so much. To Usisi, we're 250,000. Yeah, for me, it's the first time I hear there was someone who rejected a grant. But you can still come so that we can see if you can still apply. Because remember, the grant goes up to 250,000, particularly for agriculture and information technology, IT. So maybe at the time you didn't meet the requirements because the requirements are not the same as per the thresholds. We can still talk. Thank you so much.
Okay, when it comes to the question here, budget. No? So as an institution, obviously we are allocated a certain budget by our mother, the department. This year, this is amount of money that you use for funding. But what we do as business advisors, if we have assessed your application and we see that it is financially viable, we do not just say we don't have money, go away. We refer you to our sister institutions, your IDC, IDCT and your SEDFA and so forth. So you need to visit the office and actually apply. Should we experience any budget constraints, we refer you to other institutions. And when it comes to the sector-specific question, As Mega, throughout the year, we fund all kinds of businesses. We don't have any specific industry that we focus on. However, we do not fund businesses involved in illegal trade or illicit trade businesses. So throughout the year, whether you want to open a kitchen or you want to start a logistics company, we are here for you.
Okay, my advice, Kuwe Buti. Yes, you must go to Home Affairs, but I must also indicate that CIPC do register companies for foreigners. And then after that, you need to have a permit to work in South Africa as a business. So you must go and do research on those. And then I'll quickly go back to, because I'm talking about CIPC, the system that we are using, we don't own it. I'm glad it's not a question, it's a comment that maybe we can engage with CIPC to improve their system, because their system, it's linked or aligned with Home Affairs. So once Home Affairs is offline, then we are no longer going to be able to continue. But through our workshops, when we go out, we encourage SMMEs, or we encourage people that you can register businesses while sitting at home. It's not compulsory for you to come to the office and say you want to register. You can do register company via the Biz portal or the e-service portal. So those ones you can also assist, those systems can also help you. Coming to the question of priority sectors that we deal with in the department, as the provincial department, all sectors are very important to us. But for that initiative that I spoke about under Enterprise Development Unit, this financial year, they prioritize green economy. So SMMEs that are under green economy, they were able to be assisted, and we assisted 12 of them this quarter. We also prioritize agro-processing. So 6 agro-processing initiatives were assisted this quarter. We also assist manufacturing. When you talk about manufacturing, it could be a brick making, bakery, and so on, and sewing. It's manufacturing. We assisted 9 SMMEs so far this quarter. The township economy that I've mentioned before, we have assisted 21 spaza shops with tools of trade. We have assisted 15 car washes with tools of trade, saloons, 15 of them with tools of trade. So everything that we have done, it had happened this quarter, the second quarter. So we do look at those sectors. I don't know if I forgot another question.
I think that's it. All right, we'll have more time to engage our panelists. Thank you very much. Gavaza Mohlaba, Assistant Director for Enterprise Development at the Department of Economic Development Tourism. Thank you very much. Koketso Masuku, Business Advisor at the Mpumalanga Economic Growth Agency. Jabulile Shongwe, Branch Manager at the NYDA, and Fortunate Mona, Information Officer at SEDFA. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please can we give our panelists a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you to our panelists. First,